shortly I am going to present about what I do. Guys, I am vulnerable here, okay? I'm sharing my entire experience. I am not trying to, I'm not trying to show off, but I'm trying to actually let you know that these things can be done. It's a matter of you believing in yourself. It's a matter of you surrounding yourself with the right people and be constantly learning. So my story is very long, but you know, I am going to go through it quickly. So my name is Sanders, as I said. I am a Zimbabwean. I came into Australia in 2004, and I've been, I am actually running two companies. One is the Msisa Property and Consulting, and the other one is the Msisa Property Development. So there's a reason for that. The Msisa consulting part is actually to help other professionals that want to invest. Because I had those same similar issues where I had problems. I didn't have anyone to actually help me. So that's how that business was born. And the second business is to do my own developments and to help other clients do their own development. I have been a nurse myself. I've been working as a nurse for 30 years. When I came into Australia, I had a job already. So that has been my profession. But however, I did pivot. So I changed from being a nurse to becoming a property investor and a property developer. So this is what I wanted. What I realized was that I could do nursing the entire of my life, but the money is enough to look after my family. It's enough to buy a nice house. It's nice to send my kids to school. But however, there was a ceiling. I couldn't see myself retiring comfortably. That's when I went into the property investment space. So I am a buyer's agent. I help other investors purchase positively geared properties, and we are a national company, so we pretty much invest anywhere. Why positively geared properties? Because I made those mistakes where I was buying negatively geared properties and I finally ran out of money. So that's when I went into the positive gearing area. And because of sheer grit and because of what I wanted, I ended up buying 15 properties in 10 years. So that's why I ended up writing this book, how you can buy 10 properties in 10 years and be able to retire comfortably. So the reason I wrote that book was to teach other people. There's my entire story there, how I actually struggled, all the mistakes that I made, and the different investment strategies that I employed to actually get there. So this is the book that I've just written, and I saw that I can educate people through social media. I can do live events, but I am now nearly on a lot of buses around Sydney. So if you see a bus, there is my name there and my business, to actually teach other people that this is doable. So most of our clients invest using either super or using equity from existing properties, or you can actually use cash. So now I am going to go through some of my own developments, some of my own projects, things that I've done myself to see how I have actually changed my life around. So if you can see there, there's an existing house at the front, and there's a block of land at the back. So all I did there, I bought that block of land the house that comes with a block of land at the back, and then I went on to build 3 villas. So in total, I ended up with 4 properties on one land. And then I strata titled that and went on to sell everything. So that project took 18 months, and then I made a profit of 500K. So that was my first project. That's when I thought, well, where in the world can you make $500,000? So the next project now, because I had money, then I went on to say, what then can I do? Because I can't constantly be building and selling. So that's where the 10X property system comes in. So this is what I do now is, if I build 2 houses, I sell 1 and actually keep 1. because the capital growth is where the money is. So if I spend $300 to get into the project, I get my $300,000 back, and then I walk away with a profit, but with a brand new property that is rented positive cash flow. So you can see there is two five-bedroom houses, and this deal, I do my deals everywhere. I don't care as long as I get money. So this one was done in Brisbane. So again, it's an equity and positive cash flow strategy. So the loan that is left on the house that I kept is $550,000, and is currently rented for $900 a week. So I get paid pretty much while I am asleep. And that is the current market value. So that's what I was saying. So the money is in what you keep. It's not on what you sell. So I do that, I repeat it again. So every year I do one of these, okay? So again, simple strategy, you can see it's a duplex there. So I sold one and actually kept one. The one that I've kept has got a loan of $480 and is rented for $660 per week, and that is the current market value. So you can see how it's actually changing, not only my life, but my family's life. I need to leave that legacy forever. So you can see I'm not building multi-rises. It's not complex stuff. It's just simple stuff. I like things that are so simplified. So again, land purchased there, build a duplex. I've got a loan left for $440. The rental return is not too great, but it's $590 a week, and that's the current market value. So if you see again, I'm not buying $1 million houses. I'm buying simple stuff that every Jack and Jill can actually rent. I'm going into that market. I don't go into the very, very high expensive areas. So again, I kept one and sold one. So you may lose count there. So if you can do that every year, what then stops you from having 10 properties in 10 years? So I then mix it up, and this deal is in Tasmania. So someone will say, how can you do a deal in Tasmania? You live in Sydney. Mm-hmm. So that's what I do. So this is the west house, is the west house in the best street, okay? No one wanted to buy that, but I could see money everywhere. So as you can see, there's a house that's coming with a unit. It's unfortunate I don't have a pointer to show you what I mean. But this is post-renovation there. I am excited everything is done. And so it's a house that comes with a unit. As I said, West House in the best street. Look at the purchase price, $250,000. Wow. But people want to spend millions. I don't have millions. I just need, I've got a very limited budget. So we had to renovate that house. It's actually heritage listed, so you can't smash it. You can only maybe take off the roof. Pretty much cosmetic renovation, internal work, and that's pretty much it. So it cost me $200K to renovate, and after I had renovated it, it was valued at $650,000. And that renovation deal took me 6 months to do. And so I took my money that I put into the deal. The loan that is left is $450K, and because there are two houses, the one-bedroom unit is rented for $280,000, and the actual house is rented for $450. So it's bringing in $730 a week. So again, I always look around and say, who has got money? Who can I do business with? So I always do joint ventures as well. This was a joint venture with my mortgage broker, the one that I go and borrow money from. We went into Newcastle and actually bought a house that we wanted to, we wanted to demolish and build 6 townhouses. So this was a big project. But however, we realized that there was no point building. So we did what is called paper shuffling. So we only got a development approval for the site, and we went on to sell it for 525,000 without doing anything. All we did was just an approval, and someone took it on to actually do the actual construction of the 6 townhouses. So we then went on to share 263K each. So that was a 12 months project to get everything approved. And then I'm spicing it up here. So this is a 3 townhouse development. So again, remember what I said, I have to create, I have to get my money back, but I need to have a brand new product where I can put a tenant to rent. So in this case, I sold, there are 3 of them, I sold 2 and actually kept 1. So the one that I kept has got a loan of 540. It's rented for 650 a week, and I took a profit of 580,000. And currently it is valued at 750K. So on the other flip side, I've been telling you about my progress, but quickly I'll show you maybe 1 or 2 deals of what my clients have actually done, those that I have actually assisted. So as I said, most of our clients use Super. Super is money that is just sitting there. Maybe you could be having 200,000, 300,000 sitting there. And for that money to be the 200,000K, probably you've been working for 20 years, 15 years. But if you retire today on 200,000, I don't know how far you can actually go. And unfortunately, the government whatever the government gives you in retirement is never enough anyway. So from working for 45 years, 40 years, living a luxurious life, and then retiring on 200,000, I think your graph of life will just crumble like that. So we use that 200,000, take it and see how you can actually use it to grow. So this is an example of a client that had Super. So we purchased the property in March for 650. It's rented for 700 a week, and that's how it has actually grown. So this person has made 300,000 in a space of 2-3 years. Whereas you actually made 200,000 in 15 years. So I don't know where the logic is there. So this is another client that used the Super. This is a duplex though, that's why it's too expensive. We bought it back in 2019 for 800. Each is rented for 550, so it brings in 1,100 a week. That's the current market value using Super. Then you can actually retire now. Okay? But people will say, it's my Super money, I don't want to touch it, what if? But, well, if you don't take risks, if you don't invest your money, this is what is actually going to happen. And this is someone who used, so we've been talking about Super too much. This is someone who used their equity to actually do this. So we bought a duplex again for 1,050,000, and it's rented for 1,050 a week. And then this is the current market value already. Obviously, COVID-19 helped, and I think prices were going crazy everywhere. So this is pretty much about myself, and you know, what do you get, what do you benefit from doing all this? So the reason I do these things is, being a nurse, I didn't have all these luxurious situations to do. Now, world economies, I can travel wherever I want. I go to learn about how other people live. I am not limited on which country I need to actually visit, okay? That's the only way you can learn. Freedom of helping other people, freedom of making sure your family are actually living a very good life, choices of whatever you want to do, and then best education. Like I'm here talking today, I'm learning every day. If I were an employee, I don't think I'll be having all these chances. You know, I'm educating people every day. And then I've got the best medical insurance I can ever have. If I get sick, I need to be looked after. So again, the lessons learned is just my personal experience. Please don't get me wrong. This is for me, for what I've actually learned when you get to do action. So believe in yourself and remain humble. Having money doesn't mean that you have to change. You know, some people I've seen, once they have got money, they don't want to be spoken to. They think they are living in another world. Yeah, so you need to remain humble. And choose people that will change your life. Build a team of like-minded people. I'm telling you, sometimes we hide things behind the back. It could be your wife, it could be your husband, it could be your children that are limiting your success. It could be your friends, it could be your uncle, it could be anyone. You need to realize this, okay? Those that were in the table that we were discussing, you are the only self. It is you and there's no one else in this world. You can be twins, but however, unfortunately, you think differently. So you need to align yourself with people that will change your life. And learn to say no to time wasters and people that will give you bad influence. I think as Africans, these are things that we try not to get rid of. If you've got a friend who invites you every weekend for a six-pack, unfortunately, that is not a friend. Okay? You have to be realistic about your life. Always blame yourself when things do not go well. So sometimes you always say, no, it's not my problem, it's my wife, it's this, it's and that. But have you ever blamed yourself? Okay? I always use this synonym. When you point a finger at someone, unfortunately, you are pointing 5 fingers at yourself. So you need to be careful. Celebrate each time you reach a milestone. I think we don't have gratitude. Sometimes you have to be thankful about where you are. There are people right there that are actually suffering, but you are here, guys, you are enjoying life. You need to have gratitude. And research, if you are to invest, like even today myself, with the knowledge that I have, I always got a team around me. I can't do it myself. I have to have a team around me whereby if there are issues, I can simply relate to those people, and then they'll give me the answers. And as I emphasized, do not stop learning, okay? Involve your family to play the game. So what I mean by that is, you know, if you want to do a business, run a business, you want to do anything, you need to involve your family members. You need to involve your wife, because if you do it by yourself, they won't even understand why you're actually doing it. And before I actually end, I have just started a charitable organization. There's no M, so my business is CISA, don't confuse it. This is a CISA Community Impact Group that I've just performed. Why? Because when I grew up, I suffered a lot in Zimbabwe, and there are kids that are actually suffering down there. I went there and my heart was bleeding. So they don't have education facilities, they sit on the floor, they have no chairs. So this is when I actually performed this. Individually, I can't do it alone. So what we managed to do is, you can see the kids, they're sitting under, you know, there's no, that is their classroom. There's no roof, and most of them are sitting on the floor. So we managed to go there, we bought 50 chairs and 50 tables just to change these kids' lives. So, you know, it's me there taking a photo and actually trying to see what I could do for these kids. So far, this charitable organization started last week, and we have raised $3,000 already. Our aim is to get to $20,000. The aim there is to go back to Africa and make sure these kids are sitting on nice chairs, make sure the teachers have got cottages or they've got somewhere where they can actually live, and make sure there's also classrooms for these kids. So guys, 2 things you need to do. The books that we are selling, this book here, we sell it for $30. any money that is raised from the sale of this book goes towards this charitable organization. So if you buy this book, you are not only educating yourself, but you are also helping kids back in Africa. So if you can take that QR code now, if you don't mind, it will take you to a page where you can actually donate. I don't mind how much you donate. $5 is a lot of money. Let alone if you can put 20, that's even better. So this is my passion. This is what I want to actually do. And these are our contact details. You have got flyers everywhere on your tables anyway. If you need to contact us, there's a booking page there where you can actually contact us. And if you want to book an appointment as well, we always have a free 45-minute consultation where we can sit down with you, look at your situation and see how we can actually help you. Because property investment has really changed my life and all the clients that we have been working together. So, as I promised, I've got 2 books to give away, but only to those that will answer the right question. Question number 1. Can anyone tell me 2 ways you can start in investing in property? I need you to raise your hand high to show that you are... Yes?
Use your super.
1, I say 2.
Oh, I need to say both. Okay, so you can use your super funds to grow your investment property. The other one is you can actually use cash, or you can use your equity. I've given you 3.
Oh, thank you. So come and grab your book. Can I have a photo, please? Come and grab your book.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
And the last question, what is the name of my book? That is the easiest ever. Yes, down there? Correct. This is called the 10X Property System.
I just said it.
Another photo, please. Can you hold your book high? Thank you, guys. I hope you have been inspired, and I'm very humbled to be part of this. Thanks, Clyde.